Pernell Whitaker's only loss was to Jose Luis Ramirez of Mexico in Paris, France in 1988. He avenged that loss 1 year later here in Norfolk. Otherwise, 24 victories, 13 KOs. And so we take you to the tail of the tape, and you will see that Whitaker weighed in right at the limit. Diaz was a little light. Surprising, because Poli Diaz, Larry Merchant, is as deep-chested and muscular a lightweight as we've ever seen.
Yeah, he looks like a welterweight from the chest up.
Punch that numbers, Larry.
It's hard to know what...
Famous Gulf Arena. Let's get ready to rumble! Of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red trunks with white trim and weighing in at 133 3/4 pounds. His professional record, an unbelievable 32-0 with 21 KOs. Damas y caballeros, de Palomeras, España, el número 1, rival del mundo, Poli Diaz. And across the ring in the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with white trim, weighing an even 135 pounds. This 1984 Olympic gold medal champion has a professional record of 25 victories, only 1 defeat, 13 KOs. From Norfolk, Virginia, ladies and gentlemen, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Pernell Whitaker.
Gentlemen, you have your instructions in the dressing room. All I'm going to do is emphasize what I said before. You must obey all my commands. That's all I'm going to tell you. Touch gloves now. Let's have a good play. Touch gloves.
The question, as in any fight with Pernell Whitaker, is can the other guy land enough punches to change the tide of the fight? Pernell Whitaker is a master at neutralizing and frustrating opponents.
Indeed, Pernell sounded like a basketball coach yesterday when he said, my offense comes off of my defense. If my defense is working, I'm going to land punches.
The first punches have been thrown, the tension is gone.
What an atmosphere, though.
Boy, I'm even nervous.
Diaz will try to work from side to side to set up counter punches. Whitaker likes to come straight up the middle. Poli Diaz lands a left over the top. Whitaker trying to establish the jab early.
Whitaker doesn't understand that this guy is quicker than he is. Whole round could go by and he would not have landed one shot if he's not careful.
Well, it's impossible for Pernell to imagine that he's fighting somebody quicker than himself.
So he's
very difficult to believe he's ever been in that situation before.
He's thinking he's a big puncher, following this guy and losing the round. If you're going to be an aggressor, throw a little puncher.
What a contrast between the technicianship of Whitaker and the wild swinging of Poli Diaz.
And when Whitaker catches him, he's not going to hit him with a dynamically hard punch. So why is he following him looking for one good shot?
Diaz gets in the right hand twice.
A good body punch, a good left to the body by Whitaker.
Whitaker trying to stick the jab into Diaz's face. And Diaz counters and comes back with wide left and right. But a couple of them landed again.
And the judges love it. Whoa. That hurt.
Whitaker says that he hurt his left hand against Anthony Jones late in that fight. Didn't seem to use it much in the closing round.
He has already landed a good punch to Diaz, and it hurt. Straight right hand. Left hand, I'm sorry.
Left hand inside to the body by Pernell Whitaker. Diaz dancing side to side, trying to set up one of those wide swinging right hands. Briefly becomes the aggressor as the round comes to a close.
Diaz wants to make a brawl out of it. And I thought he won that round. He threw Whitaker off his game. Wait till he throws. Wait till he throws. You work inside. Go inside. Go at it. Throw your right hand. Throw your right hand. Wait till he gets in. Once he gets in, you throw your combinations.
More to the body, but look, don't throw one punch at it. Throw 2, 3 punches at it, but you got to be close.
As always, our Spanish interpreter in Poli Diaz's corner is Ruben Castillo. Neither fighter very accurate in round one. It was a feeling out round. And now the crowd has settled into its seats.
Diaz came in lighter, so he'll be able to move a lot longer than Whitaker.
Well, this is unorthodox stuff, to say the least. It's not something you spar against or train against.
A good right jab by Whitaker. But there's only one jab to 100 shots by Diaz.
Whitaker missed a lot with the jab in round one. Couldn't get close enough to Diaz. And that was a trip. And you're going to see the two fighters get their feet caught with one another a lot. And Al Rothenberg elects to give Diaz a standing 8 count.
It was a knockdown.
You think it was a knockdown?
It was a knockdown.
I think their feet were tied up, George.
That too.
All right, call it a knockdown officially.
Whoa!
And now Diaz almost gets one. It's Whitaker.
He almost got a knockdown.
Yeah, Whitaker had to rely on the ropes to hold him up.
Good body punch. Good right hand to the body by Diaz. That hurt. Whitaker's trying to pay him back now.
And another solid right to the body by Diaz, who lunges forward and makes it look awkward, but is effective in doing it. Now Whitaker lands a left hand to swat Diaz away as he tries to lunge in again.
Great champion. Both. Now Whitaker's moving his legs.
Whitaker trademark coming around from behind his opponent. Diaz didn't like him and whacked him with the left hand. Solid right and a left from Poli Diaz.
Diaz is throwing roundhouses. He's throwing roundhouses, but they're too quick to get out of the way of.
And again, Whitaker almost goes down and uses the ropes to stay up. This is bizarre stuff, George. You would never school a fighter to do this.
No. This is not the time to leave your television and go and get a sandwich. Diaz is starting to slow down, which is what he does best. When he slows down, he'll counterpunch you. Whoa! Good
left hand from Whitaker.
That hurt.
This is a guy with a scalpel fighting a guy with a hammer. The guy with the scalpel is looking for a hammer someplace to make it an even fight.
You can't throw so many punches. You've got to wait for him. Throw the right hand. When you get in, throw your punches to the body. You're too far away from him, Poli.
Let's see if that was a real knockdown.
That's the punch. That's the punch.
I don't think it was a knockdown, George. I think it was a right-hander against a left-hander. Their knees crossed. I don't think the punch did the damage.
I agree. George, you still want to call it a knockdown?
Well, that's okay. You got the ref on your side,
You
George.
can stick by it if you want to. Come on. Round 3 begins. Whitaker ineffective so far with the jab. Only 14 of 58.
Let go, hold it, let go, let go, let go, hold it, stop. Break.
Whitaker's looking for a knockout on a guy that he's not going to get with a hard shot just one at a time. Why he's doing it, I can't understand.
Because he's frustrated already, right?
This guy knows, Diaz knows how to move. He's got 30 fights.
Whitaker landed a left. Diaz came back with a right of his own. And another. Poli Diaz swinging wildly, but landing to the body and to the head.
Those roundhouses are landing on the top of the head. Anything could happen anytime.
It's interesting, George, that the guy with the round punches is beating the guy with the straight punches to the punch.
Because the round punches are coming quicker.
Well, it's almost unbelievable. I mean, if you told a boxing purist what you were seeing and he couldn't see it himself, he would say, no, you can't be seeing it correctly.
Whitaker trying to land one hard shot as though he's a big heavyweight.
Well, and in doing so, is he abandoning what he does best, George?
That's right. He can easily get cut now because he's landing one shot at a time.
Look at Whitaker trying to load up the left hand.
It ain't gonna happen like that.
Totally uncharacteristic, and Diaz takes advantage by stepping forward and pounding to the body. Pernell Whitaker has forgotten who he is in there.
I think we have to remember this, though, Jim and George. Diaz is making him do things he doesn't want to do, and maybe that he can't do. Give Diaz the credit for making him do this kind of
Whitaker
stuff.
was hurt that time, actually hurt.
I got it, break, break.
If Diaz corner can calm him down and pace him, he can win this thing tonight. Title's going to change hands.
Break, break. Let's go.
Well, it would be one of the biggest upsets in recent years in boxing. Oh, a solid uppercut by Whitaker, and that stopped Diaz for a second. And Pernell steps forward and lands a right.
Only one punch at a time, Whitaker.
Hold it. Watch your spin.
Pernell holding Diaz and pounding low blows and getting away with it.
I got it. Watch your hold.
2 in a row below the belt. Al Rothenberg says don't hold him and hit him, and Whitaker gets away with another low blow. Diaz hasn't complained yet. Right hand from Whitaker landed flush on the jaw of Poli Diaz as they traded punches at the end of the round.
Every time you hit the body. How do you feel about it?
Just walk through him and see how it's coming. Don't reach at it. Walk through with your hands high. When you get close, cut loose with both hands, right? So the guys shit on that shot, but you just got to be careful you don't get it to swing. Right? So you're swinging at you. So all you got to do is just get under the swing. Just bend your back, have your hands up good high. Touch to that body with both hands, you understand? Well, the guy's a piece of shit really, but he's just a swinger, you know? Now don't be reaching at him with your jab, just pick the jab out. Pick the jab out, 2, 3 jabs, right? Okay.
Hey, that body punch, every time you hit him in the body, he can't do nothing, right? Bang that right. Bang your grip.
Don't pull out.
Second down.
The secret to what Diaz is doing, George, is he doesn't throw just one punch.
That's
Whitaker is waiting for him to stop, but he don't stop.
Diaz used the stool for the first time.
whether through his own inefficiency or because of the awkwardness of Diaz, Whitaker's main weapon is gone. He landed only 2 of 20 jabs in round number 3. For the moment, it appears he's going to have to find another way to break down Poli Diaz's defense.
George Benton, his trainer, advised him to duck under those wild swings and throw punches to the body. Let's see if he can do it.
Whitaker, as was the case in his last fight against Anthony Baby Jones, George, looks a little flat-footed, not using the great speed and footwork that typified his earlier career.
No longer has footwork. It's gone. All of this talk about the best fighter pound for pound, sometimes it goes to our head, leads us to stop developing our talent.
Whitaker landed the left, but it wasn't a heavy blow. Diaz doing at least as much damage with his body punches as Whitaker does when he gets one over the top. Where would the footwork have gone, George?
Oh, it's gone to his head. People are complimenting him a bit too much. He's like an artist. Sometimes nobody really appreciates it. I'm not going to do it anymore. Starting to produce bad art.
Here's another thing, George. Whitaker is in a rare position for himself. He is the aggressor because this guy's awkward style. He's not used to fighting in this kind of style.
Well, you can create and make this guy come to you. You hit him 3 times and you run backwards.
As fighters will often do, Pernell Whitaker told us yesterday that he never felt better, never been stronger, never been quicker, and more prepared. It does not always look that way tonight.
He's been beat by a lesser fighter only because he's doing something he shouldn't do. Look for one knockout shot.
Whitaker trading punches with Poli Diaz and taking 2 heavy shots to the body.
For the first time, Diaz has started to hold, so the body punches are starting to wear him down. That hurt.
And you can tell it hurt because Diaz is smiling.
Keep him up, dude. Keep him up.
Referee asks Whitaker to keep him up. Harold Letterman, show us your scorecard after 4 rounds.
Well, Jim, I've got it a surprisingly close, 38-37, 2 rounds apiece, but 1 point in favor of Pernell Whitaker based on a knockdown in round number 2. Jim, we have 4 officials in this fight, interestingly enough. 3 judges were appointed by the IBF, the WBA, and the WBC. Virginia appointed the referee, and surprisingly enough, 3 out of the 4 do come from Virginia. So I don't know what it's going to mean, but that's the story. I didn't give Whitaker an extra point for that knockdown because he didn't do anything the rest of the round. In particular, it was a flash knockdown at best, or at worst. I have it 2 rounds apiece.
Stay there, Pete. Stay there, Pete. Stay here, Pete. Stay there.
And punch stat numbers would substantiate both of you on the closeness of the fight. Both fighters have thrown 195 punches through the first 4 rounds. They have landed 66 for Diaz, 65 for Whitaker. Could hardly be closer.
Diaz is starting to coast a little bit. He's resting up for the long haul.
Poli Diaz's cornerman asked him between rounds to stay on his toes and keep moving, not to stand still and allow Whitaker to hit him with the left like that. Pernell is down for a moment. Well, Al Rosenberg didn't get a call that one a knockdown. Pernell went to the canvas by himself.
I like what Diaz did there. Whitaker did one of his acts where he bent all the way down. Diaz just popped him right on the top of the head.
That's it.
That's when you think the sky is falling.
Diaz has purposely gone out of his way to fight southpaws to get ready for
real knockdown.
Whitaker down.
Now, I want to argue about that one.
Well, it looked that way to us.
Almost another real knockdown.
Yeah, because Poli Diaz stepped inside of Whitaker's left and pounded a right hand to Whitaker's face.
Good body punch. Whitaker's going for a knockout.
And Diaz, playing a little possum, comes back with the right hand. And now they're trading blows to the face.
He's hurt. Probably.
I think he's
right. Probably the right side of his ribs are broken.
We've got a full-scale brawl, but you're right. Poli Diaz is in a lot of pain.
He's got a broken rib. He's got a broken rib.
Whitaker loses his balance for the moment. Well, he's either got a broken rib or he took a whale of a low blow. But the way he's holding his right arm leads you to believe that maybe he has sustained a broken rib.
I can tell you one thing. I'm not a doctor, but I want to go to medicine school. School of medicine right now.
Well, you're pretty good on this stuff.
Watch your head.
A right and a left for Whitaker landed flush. Diaz somehow kept the mouthpiece in. And you can see that Diaz is in trouble, although he comes forward with the right hand again.
Step back, step back, step back.
Yeah, I would prescribe. Watch your ribs right now.
Wow! Wow! What a night!
It looks like the six shooters can hit just as hard as those heavy guns.
Boy, this is a great one.
Okay, you have recuperated. Nothing's going to happen. Keep your hands up. He's looking for your ribs. Jab, jab.
Here is Pernell Whitaker showing that he can get into a street fight and do damage. And he's doing the damage where his trainer, George Benton, wanted him to do it, to the body.
But if he doesn't get a knockout, believe me, he's going to lose this fight.
Crowd now chanting, sweet pea, sweet pea, sweet pea. And Pernell has gone to the power game. Landed 27 of 38 power punches in round number 5. Many of them to the body. But if Diaz has a broken rib, it hasn't affected his winking. He was winking at people at ringside between rounds.
Believe me, I'm not a doctor. But I'll tell you, I would prescribe. Hold on.
I got it.
Those body punches doing a lot of damage now, George.
Boy, Whitaker's a puncher after all.
When Pernell goes to the body, Poli stops punching.
Just can no longer take it.
Diaz waves hello to the crowd and then steps in to pound Whitaker on the top of the head with the left hand.
Whitaker allowed him to get a second win. You can believe Diaz has put on a better show than people would have thought he would. A champion.
Well, I got to tell you, after we left poolside yesterday, there were plenty of people in our group who thought he might have a chance to win the fight, just based on the confidence he showed in that conversation. And you've seen that cockiness in the ring tonight. What a shot by Diaz. A right to the body and a right to the head.
Whitaker almost went down.
I don't think I've ever seen Pernell take this many hard punches in a fight.
I got it. Hold it. Stop.
And it's only because he wants to be the puncher tonight. He's not moving his head left and right. He's just coming in, head straight up.
Well, he wasn't landing the jab at all, so he had to go to some other plan. The left hand drives Diaz back into the rope. Whitaker looks very calm now. Much more collected than he did 2 rounds ago.
He hits him with a good right hand, and then he lets him get away.
Whitaker is really beginning to clock Diaz with the left hand over the top.
Take a step back.
Another right hand.
Throws that right hand like one of those baseball pitchers. Winds up.
Well, it's entirely a counter shot. He waits for you to commit on the left side, and then he brings it at you.
Correct.
You have to give this man credit. His first instinct when he gets hit is to hit the other guy back. That's what champions are made of.
Frisbee.
Well, the punches you go, you got to throw them with all your might. I'm recuperating.
Profundo, bien profundo, papá.
Breathe deep, real deep.
Well, yeah, both hands on that side. I'm just punching one hand. Turn both of them out, right? So the guy, he won't fight on that side. He's just trying to hold you. You know, he's just bullshitting on that side, right?
Just hold those hands up and keep them in front of him, but watch him, okay? But the hands got to be up, okay?
You understand, Paul? Let's go.
Stay there, Pete. Stay there, Pete. Going back.
Whitaker threw 71 punches in the last round. Let's see if he can be as busy again in stanza number 7.
Diaz only gets hit when he gets lazy and he stops and wonders what's going on.
Another left hand over the top. More and more Whitaker is able to initiate the action. And less does Diaz answer back.
Never seen it quite like that.
Slow-moving, measured, power-punching Pernell Whitaker. Flat-footed, stalking Poli Diaz, and clearly at this point looking for a knockout opportunity. This is a whole new Pernell.
Break, step back, that's it.
Seems to have lost his footwork, but believe me, he's got a power to take care of himself.
Well, but can he finish, George?
No. He's looking for a one-shot knockout. Seldom happen in that weight class. That hurt.
A puncher like Chavez has finished opponents at this stage in fight down here in this weight class, but not Pernell.
Boy, Whitaker was hurt with a straight right hand.
Yeah, but Diaz looks to me to have run out of gas a little bit.
There's no doubt. The body punching, taking a toll.
Those are still photographers that Al Rothenberg is urging to move back. Whitaker chasing Diaz into the corner. And Rothenberg calls it a knockdown. Second knockdown of the fight for Pernell Whitaker.
That was a knockdown.
And that was a knockdown produced by Whitaker's increasing dominance as he simply swarmed the opponent to the floor.
Poli.
No problem.
Vamos a ver, Poli. Tienes que salir a palo con el Poli.
You gotta go up.
Tranquilo, respira. Tienes que salir a palo, a palo.
You gotta go out throwing punches. You gotta go out throwing punches.
No tienes nada. Métete en el centro. Ahí con el agarrotazo, Poli. Agarrotazo. Let's take a look and see that knockdown in the corner. The right hand. It was a knockdown. This is not a sweet pea that's been seen here before in Norfolk or almost anywhere else.
Well, if he can finish, they're going to love him.
You know, as we've said before, when a boxer starts to slow down a little bit, that's when he has his most interesting and dramatic fights.
He's going to pull a rabbit out of the hat tonight.
You know, George, he's never had a knockout past the 6th round in his whole career. It's a hard thing for most fighters to do. Diaz running a little bit now. Pernell content to stalk and measure.
Never there was a time to run. This is the time to run.
Well, Poli Diaz's quickness is gone, though, George. You saw him paw those 2 punches. No longer are they lightning deliveries as they were in the first 3 rounds.
He's tasted the power of Pernell Whitaker now. He doesn't want any more of that.
Surprising power. You saw the left hand solid on the chin. Diaz begins to run again.
This is running and not boxing, and a referee can penalize a fighter for doing this.
This is quite a compliment to Pernell Whitaker. What Diaz is saying with that is that for the moment he wants no part of sweet tea, and there's the reason why.
Like my mama used to tell me, son, it's better they say, there he went, than there he lays.
Well, he got in a right-hand shot there. A good counter. And Pernell gets a shot. Wraps Diaz against the ropes and pounds him twice to the body. Al Rothenberg says, don't hit and hold. Pernell comes back to the body, and Diaz may not have much left. That's a lot of leather.
Those body punches are really killing this guy.
The cocky expression is gone from the face of Poli Diaz. He looks worried and troubled.
Maybe he's been in this predicament before, though.
Watch it, hold it. Get down on your knee. Not your stick, Chris. Get down on your knee.
The old on your one knee trick.
Counter-punching by Whitaker as he comes straight up the middle against the wide-winging shots of Diaz and landed a left and a right. And now some of the old footwork begins to come back as he cuts off the ring. Harold Letterman, your scorecard through 8 rounds.
Well, Jim, as we can see, I've got it 10 rounds, 6 rounds to 2, 78 to 72, a commanding 6-point lead for Pernell Whitaker. I'll tell you the truth, guys, I haven't seen Poli Diaz do much since the 3rd round. It's been all Pernell. He's landing the cleaner, harder shots. He's virtually chasing Poli Diaz out of the ring. The only thing I can't understand is when Poli Diaz circles to his right, I can't see why Pernell doesn't nail him with a left hand. Because Pernell's a southpaw.
You put him in overdrive. He got this shit. I got to stop. Right? The guy's got nothing left. Second out. Hands up high. Second out. Oh, we got to go.
You know, as in with all fighters who do the George Benton, there really is a wonderful sense of synchronization and cooperation between them on exactly what the next move is to maintain the fighter's poise and give him something to do.
Diaz no longer respects the power of Pernell Whitaker now.
Yeah, he's just taking it.
But I believe he can win this fight. He's the knockout.
You still believe Diaz can win the fight?
I think so.
How?
He's going to catch this guy sleeping, walking in, sleepwalking, and tag him with a straight right hand.
Well, he's landed some solid rights, and Pernell is still there staring him in the face.
That was a good right.
All right, we'll see.
It's going to be by surprise when he catches him sleepwalking.
Right hand inside landed by Diaz.
And it was hurt by left
stopped
hook,
in
too.
his track, yeah.
He's going to catch him sleepwalking. He's got to remember, good footwork by Whitaker.
So you're saying Whitaker looks a little too confident for your taste right now?
That's right. He's fighting a real champion. This guy's a European lightweight champion.
And again, Diaz lands a counter right. 3 most significant blows he's landed in the last 3 rounds. Great left hand by Whitaker. Got through the defense.
Diaz, in the films I saw of him earlier, he likes to stand there and wait for you to make mistakes.
Whitaker going back to the flat-footed motion of the early rounds for a moment.
Whitaker could be playing with a contra. But the right side of Diaz is in such bad damage. I don't understand.
Crowd chanting, "Sweet pea, sweet pea." And now upstairs they come back with Poli, and he lands a looping left. There's not much snap behind him.
Believe me, it's like playing with a snake and walk right into a good right hand, Whitaker.
Going to call this one a slip. Whitaker landed 2 solid blows, but the referee wants to say that one was a slip.
Almost turned into a Hulk Hogan show there.
So maybe that evens things up for the early knockdown, which we thought was clearly a slip.
Respira, Candido. Respira, Poli, ya te está recuperando, está cogiendo segundo área, no hay problema, Poli, no hay problema.
There's no problems, Poli. Don't throw so many punches. You've got to look for those shots.
Tienes que buscar ese proceder.
You've got to look for them.
Se le está notando muchísimo cuando entra, Poli, se le está notando mucho.
He's taking a lot of shots when he comes in.
Venga, Poli, y escudo izquierda, Poli, escudo izquierda está entrando. Venga. Poli, ya tienes que respirar, está bien, Poli.
Let's see, is hit or trip? Trip.
He really thought Pernell tripped him. That's why he wanted to pull his leg.
Yeah, I think he tripped himself actually by running over Pernell's stationary leg.
Good call. It's very much like the first knockdown. And for the first time around, Rothenberg called it a knockdown. There has been one solid, distinctive, and indisputable knockdown in the fight. One other, perhaps slip, called a knockdown, and now the slip is called a slip. Any way you slice it, Diaz has been on the canvas 3 times.
Whitaker doesn't know what he's playing with.
Round 10 of a scheduled 12. Poli Diaz is used to this. He's been 10 rounds twice and 12 rounds 3 times in his career. Solid, accurate punching from Pernell Whitaker now, who taunts Diaz with his arms at his side.
Like I said, he doesn't know what he's playing with. This guy is a good puncher in this last couple of rounds.
Hold it, I got it. Hold it. Stop. Sorry, step back. Hold on, step back, Pete.
Poli Diaz has never knocked anybody out beyond the 10th round. Pernell Whitaker has never scored a knockout beyond the 6th round. So more and more, it looks as though this will go to the judges.
Whitaker seems so intent to get a knockout.
Diaz missing over the top with the right hand.
That left, the right side of
Go ahead.
the right side of Diaz is hurt so bad he's afraid to commit himself with that right hand. He's being reluctant because he doesn't want to get himself hurt.
There he swings the right, and Pernell digs to the body underneath it. Right hand misses by Diaz. Whitaker lands the left again. Crowd responds enthusiastically. Round 10 coming to a close.
Diaz is trying to charm him.
Diaz has gone back to holding the right hand very close to his rib cage.
Once that punch was landed low, he hasn't overcome yet.
Rub it down. Don't go to dropping here. You guys are swinging. You can get lucky. Don't get cute with it.
Don't let this guy get lucky. Come on.
Win the fight. Now, you're a professional fighter. Win this fight. Don't get cute and be dropping your hand. Fight it like you're supposed to. You understand? The fight ain't over until the fucking bell rings and you put this guy down, right? Come on. All right.
Let's go, baby.
Let's fight another pro.
Just box this guy, do a paint job on him, and got this.
All right. You don't want to fight? Okay. Lose on no bullshit.
All right, come on.
Just get what you've been doing. Stick him and stab him. Make him miss. Hit him in the body. Catch punches, block punches.
Watch Whitaker. Whitaker has done a really fine job in this fight of maintaining his poise in the face of a highly motivated, well-conditioned, tough guy, awkward guy, until he could seize the control of the fight. In the last round, it was looking like he was going to start to play now that he had captured the momentum of the fight. Georgie Benton made him settle down in the corner, said, be a professional, none of that wise guy stuff. Just go out there and win the fight.
George Benton, trainer of the year in the eyes of the United States boxing writers, and you saw the punch stat numbers that showed that the jab, which utterly deserted Pernell in the early parts of the bout, is now back with a vengeance. He landed 37 jabs in that last round.
Whitaker's developed into a great puncher. No longer master footwork.
Well, he doesn't look powerful at all, George.
I got it. Hold it.
Poli Diaz digging desperately at Whitaker as he tries to muscle him around the ring.
He's done a fine job. Hadn't been for that sore rib.
Now Whitaker motions Diaz to the center of the ring, says, come with me. Poli tries to chase him down, and now Diaz is grinning momentarily. And Pernell begins to jab the grin away.
He's hurt, Pernell. Whitaker was hurt. Straight right hand.
I don't think Poli knows it. I don't think Diaz knows it.
It was kind of straight. Let me put it like that.
It's interesting. Whitaker looked into the corner with a kind of bashful look on his face, as if to say to Georgie Benton, you were right. I shouldn't fool around. I should take care of business. Because while he was fooling around, he got nailed. Watch your head. Watch your head.
This fight goes to the judges. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but they're Norfolk, Virginia judges, George.
Then you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I was going to say. Of course you know what's going to happen.
Well, even the judges Can't get this one wrong. A good fighter takes it out of the hands of the judges, and Whitaker has done that here.
I think it's a tremendously impressive performance for Whitaker, by virtue of exactly what you said, Larry. He was in trouble tactically early, and he found a way to turn that around.
But Diaz, in my book, won 6 of those first rounds. Hey, anything can happen.
I got it.
But my book is not a very good book.
Your book is still learning, George.
Watch your head. Watch your head, please.
3 minutes to go.
I think I made no little mistake.
Bien profundo. Dámela profundo, papá.
Breathing.
Este es el último round.
This is the last round. This is the last round, Poli. You gotta give it all.
Es el último, yo que aguante. La vida, Poli, ahora.
Your
Ahora
life.
tiene que darlo
This
todo.
is it.
Poli, es el último.
And if you can make him pay, you make him pay. But don't get hit with no crazy nothing. Okay. Last round, baby. Hold those hands up high. That's what you have to do. Stay inside. Right? Because the guy's nothing inside. But on the outside, he'll let you hit.
Está bien, Poli, ya está recuperado, Poli. Okay, you've already recuperated now. Come on.
Harold Letterman, how do you have the fight as we go into the 12th round?
Advantage for Pernell Whitaker going into the last round. Pernell can't lose this fight. No way.
There is a way, Harold, but it may not happen.
In case you didn't hear Harold above the noise of this crowd, he said he has the fight 9 rounds to 2 for Whitaker. The judges are from Norfolk, Virginia. The crowd is from Norfolk, Virginia. Pernell Whitaker is from Norfolk, Virginia. Everything is against Poli Diaz now with fewer than 3 minutes to go.
In Las Vegas, if this fight had occurred, Diaz winning the first 6 rounds and pull this one out, easy to win this thing.
You know, Poli Diaz has said that he wanted all his life to fight in America. He trained 4 years for this fight. He's left nothing back in Spain.
And he's just butted Pernell Whitaker above the left eye.
He cannot stop and get himself loose because he's been butted.
And referee Al Rothenberg says, go ahead. And Whitaker pushed Rothenberg, and Rothenberg doesn't like it. And they settle matters, and Diaz got a long rest.
I got it.
And let's see what he can come on with now.
Watch your head now.
Whitaker better pay attention to what he's doing. This is a boxing match.
Diaz is... Oh, this is wild. Diaz's corner told him to do anything he has to do, and obviously he took them at their word.
Come on.
Well, this must be the way they do it in Spain.
Come on, Phil, watch this guy.
Solid right hand from Diaz. And Whitaker is hurt.
He's hurt. He's holding Pernell Whitaker.
Still woozy from the right hand. Now he's yelling at George Benton that he's okay.
Corner should leave him alone.
Benton is screaming at him to keep his hands up.
Seems to be more worried about his corner than the other opponent.
Whitaker has big trouble over his left eye as a result of the butt.
Hey, he was saved by the referee that time.
I got it. Come on, step it back. Step it back.
No longer a boxing match, it's a war.
No, Diaz is trying to turn it into a bullfight.
That's right.
I got it. I got it. Stop your head. Stop your head. Come on.
Pernell's going to make it.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
I was about to say, Poli Diaz didn't leave anything back in Spain. He left it all here in this ring. I give him the highest marks for doing the best he could against a really, really good fighter.
I agree.
And despite whatever you may want to say about long speed or long footwork, in the end, it was another tribute to the technicianship, the skill, and the ring management capability of Pernell Whitaker. He turned the fight around.
He better be careful. He may get hit. Diaz, well, candy bar now.
Harold Letterman, your scorecard for the fight.
Jim, 117, 109, 9 rounds to 3, Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker won easy. I mean, absolutely no question about it. I think that there's no way he can lose this fight. You know, in the very last round, Poli Diaz tried to butt him to try to get even, but it's all Pernell Whitaker. As you said, he just outbanged him. Too much of a ring general.
George, you think Whitaker's going to get the decision?
I'm afraid if it had been judges elsewhere, Diaz could win this boxing match.
All right, let's take a look at the butt. And we mentioned that Diaz was told by his cornermen to do anything and everything he could. And he took advantage of an opportunity to pop Pernell, and that hurts, George.
That really hurt. And unfortunate for Diaz, not good sportsmanship.
And we're waiting to see if Michael Buffer is ready with the official decision. I don't believe that's the case. So right now, while officials here scurry to try to gather scorecards and bring together the result of the fight, you see Poli Diaz still playing to the crowd and getting mixed cheers and boos. Probably he won the support of a few here tonight with his wild, unorthodox, and unusual attack. And Pernell Whitaker, who no doubt had some nervous moments and gave his corner some nervous moments, particularly in the early rounds, squints and tries to get the buzzing pain above his left eye to go away. As he waits to hear, and now for the first time, the two fighters show a moment of mutual respect. They met in Spain last year when Whitaker fought there in Madrid, and they didn't like each other then. Whitaker threw 582 punches according to HBO punch stat statistics in the bout, landed 304. His accuracy increased consistently from round 1 through round 12. And you saw the numbers for Poli Diaz. There is a Virginia Commonwealth boxing official in the middle of the ring with a cellular phone. I don't know if the judges have left the arena or not.
Bring him over here. Over here.
Harold, do you care to hazard a guess as to why this is taking so long?
WBA doesn't speak very good English, and he may be having difficulty interpreting the scores with Doug Beavers, the Virginia commissioner.
The supervisor from the WBA.
Yes.
He'll be the one collecting the scorecards. You see referee Al Rothenberg waiting. And now I think Michael Buffer's ready with the official decision in the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecard. Sheila Hammond Martin scores about 120 to 107. Viva Exton scores about 119 to 107. And Julio Roldan scores at 119 to 108. For the winner by unanimous decision, and still undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Pernell Whitaker.
So Pernell Whitaker, who according to our figuring landed 65 to 70% of his punches in the late rounds, comes up with a unanimous decision, and by the numbers on those scorecards, a near whitewash over Poli Diaz. And we go to Larry Merchant with Sweet Pea.
Okay, Pernell Whitaker, that was not a Pernell Whitaker kind of fight. He turned that into an alley fight and forced you to fight his fight, at least for the first half of it.
Well, Larry, that's the game. That's why I have a great staff, great organization. We went in there, we just wanted to punish him. I didn't want to knock him out, knock him down, or anything. I did exactly what I wanted to do. I punished him. He came in my town, he disrespected everybody, and we punished him for 12 rounds.
We've talked about moving up to the 140-pound class. What are your plans?
My plans right now are to go on vacation with my boys.
In the ring.
Well, in the ring, it's no plans. I guess we're looking towards Paez or whatever. But in the future, the near future, I will be moving up to I'll be much stronger. But I'm very strong and physical right now. And you can tell it in the ring. I just didn't want to get careless. He's a swinger, he's a professional, and he's the #1 contender. I'm very pleased. I couldn't have done any better.
Thank you very much. Let's go back to ringside with just the ring.